in lands far away, past the plains of lions and through the surrounded thirsty waters, beyond the flat plains. There stood a small village, and in that village, a little hut where a young boy named Adi lay sleeping. His father Akban wakes first. Today, Adi is to journey to the city to gather from the market supplies for the village. So Akban gets up and quietly makes his way to wake Adi. What are you doing, Adi? Cooking? Go get your things ready. With those words, Adi gave his father a big hug and kissed his mother farewell. Adi opened the door before beginning his long journey to the city. Several hours passed, and Akban was worried. Adi should have been back by now. He should have returned with the supplies for the villages already. At that moment, one of the villagers came to his house. Akban! Adi was taken to the city by soldiers. They accused him of a crime. That does not sound like my son, Akban said to himself, before he set out to make the journey to the city. Deep under the city streets, Adi was locked up. He was bruised and hurt. A guard came down to give him food. Excuse me, sir. My name is Adi. I have been put here, but I do not know why. I have been accused of a crime I did not commit. Can you help me? I do not even know the crime I have committed to be here. It's too late, boy, the guard said. Tomorrow you will be executed for whatever crime it is that they have accused you of. It doesn't matter now. If you did or did not do it, your fate is certain. Accept it. Now eat. It will be your last meal before you leave this earth. So enjoy it. With a heavy heart, Adi fell to his knees, tears flowing from his eyes. Why me? He said. I didn't do anything wrong, but I am being punished for something I did not do. I don't deserve to die in this place. Lord, if there is any other way, please show it to me. Deliver me from these troubles. I do not care how you do it. Please save me. Many hours passed, and the time for Adi's execution was drawing closer and closer. Adi could hear noises behind him as he lay down in his jail cell. The guards talking, and then falling coins. walking towards him. The closer the footsteps came, the quicker his heart was beating. I will fight, he thought to himself. I will fight my way out. With a deep breath, Adi readied himself, clenched his fist. I will fight for my freedom, he whispered. Son, Father, with tears in his eyes, Akban embraced his son, and then removed his chains and lifted him up. Quickly, son, you must go now. The God will guide you out and lead you to safety. I won't be far behind. Adi didn't hesitate. He looked to the God and quickly followed him, just as his father instructed. In an instant, Adi was free from his chains, free from his imprisonment. God certainly had answered his prayer that night. He would not turn back till he reached safety. Adi was asleep near the city gates, waiting for his father. The guard had told him to go home, but he wanted to wait for him. In his wake, a large crowd had gathered, people around making their way to the city. He wondered to himself, what was happening? And then Adi's eyes widened. He stopped breathing. His heart stopped beating as his eyes filled with tears. His chest filled with pain as he stumbled forward. Because there, in the midst of the crowd, he can see his father, beaten and bloodied as they dragged his body across the dirt. Lord, Adi said to himself, not like this. The cost is too great. I take it back. I take it back. Despite Adi's cries, there was nothing he could do to stop what was about to happen. Helpless, his father smiled as they locked eyes. Father and son, both filled with emotions. As the time has come, it had begun. As his father's body lay in the sand, Adi embraced his father, and as he did, a bloody cloth slipped from his father's hands. Adi picked it up and opened the cloth. only to read his Father's words. To my dearest son, if you are reading this, then you must be alive and well. I am sorry I cannot be there with you. And I am sorry I cannot embrace you one last time. As I have taken your place as your father, this is my duty. The night you were set free, I was so happy. Do not be angry at what has happened today, but I want you to rejoice as to the life you have been given. Just like our Father in heaven loves, you have also been set free. Look after your mother and tell her, I will be here waiting for you both till that glorious day when Jesus comes. I love you, my son. Your father. Akbar. Jesus says, I go and prepare a place for you. I will come again and take you to be with me, that where I am, you may be also.